Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, it's Uncle Claude's late night. I know it's been a couple of days. I hope that everybody enjoyed the weekend and enjoyed their 4th of daylight. And you should know what I'm talking about. And please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Once again, please hit the like button as you come into the chat. I thank you so much for joining me. Tonight's topics: she of Jeffrey Epstein fame, Ghislaine Maxwell, and the other topic is Kanye. Greatly appreciated. Donations are appreciated as well. My Cash App is $ Unc Claude. Now, as I mentioned before, we're going to start with Miss Ghislaine Maxwell. She was transferred to a Brooklyn detention center. Transferred on Monday to a Brooklyn federal detention facility as she awaits her first appearance in a New York courtroom, according to a Bureau of Prison spokesman. And sexually Hampshire on Thursday, July the 2nd. She was then transported to Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, according to Bureau of Prison spokesman Justin Long. Everdell did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Maxwell, who's 58 years old, has previously denied wrongdoing. The late multimillionaire Epstein, died by suicide at Manhattan's Metropolitan Correctional Center while awaiting trial on sex trafficking in August of 2019. New York federal prosecutors have asked the judge to schedule an arraignment and bail hearing for Maxwell on July 10th, which is this upcoming Friday. Just one moment, because there's actually more news based on this. Now, a lot of people ask, who is this woman? And we're going to give a little bit of background to her past and how she has become so newsworthy. Now, she was actually born in France. Just a moment. Yes, she was born in Maisons Lafite in France. Her nationality, and she has dual citizenship. Well, she actually has citizenship in 3 different countries. She went to Balliol College and she also went to Oxford. I mean, let's face it, she is one of those socialite types. Now, both Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein founded the self-described ocean advocacy group, the Terramar Project, in 2012. It was a small operation controlled by Ms. Maxwell. The organization announced closure on July 12th of 2019, a week after the sex trafficking charges were brought by New York federal prosecutors against Epstein, and they became public. And on December 27th of that same year, Reuters reported that Maxwell was among those under FBI investigation for facilitating Epstein since 30th of January of this year. And she had refused to accept service of 3 lawsuits on and they had refused to accept service of 3 lawsuits on Maxwell's behalf. Now, in March 12th, she filed a lawsuit in Superior Court in the U.S. Virgin Islands seeking compensation from Epstein's estate for her legal costs. And as I just told you, on July the 2nd, she was arrested by the FBI in New Hampshire and charged with enticement of minors. Sex so far were the latest on Ghislaine Maxwell. Seems like I'm having a lot of trouble with my Wi-Fi this evening. You know what? I'm going to shut this down and I will come back a little bit later to talk about Kanye West, because it seems like, again, this connection has been very unstable. I hope I'm not having the technical difficulties that I had the last time. Scribe, but I shall be back no later than about 10 to 15 minutes. If the technical difficulties continue, then I will more than likely do this tomorrow, but I do plan on coming back. Thank